Have you ever felt like the main character in a dark comedy? You try your best to do everything right, yet somehow things just don't work out. You look around and see others effortlessly making progress with just a flick of the wrist, while you feel like you're stuck on a broken treadmill, running endlessly but getting nowhere. The good news is you're not the universe's villain. Those successful people you see, the ones making tons of money and living magazine-covered lives, they're not superhuman. They've had their fair share of dumb mistakes, failures, and even flunked classes in school. Some of them probably failed more than you did. The only real difference between them and you isn't a higher IQ or some kind of special genetic gift. It's that they found the right path for themselves. Instead of trying to climb a tree like a fish, they found the water where they could swim freely. The question is, have you found the right path for yourself? Since childhood, we've been fed the same mantra over and over. Success requires discipline. Without discipline, you are nothing. It sounds logical, but have you noticed that the people preaching this advice are usually the ones who have already made it? Meanwhile, you're still somewhere between dreaming of becoming a millionaire and realizing you're broke by mid-month. Society tells us discipline is the key. Do what you hate, but act like you love it. Sounds inspiring, right? But here's the problem. Our brains are wired to choose the easiest path. Think about it. Can you genuinely trick yourself into loving 5 a.m. runs in freezing weather? Can you force yourself to smile while doing boring, mind-numbing work for 12 hours straight? If so, congratulations. You might have a bright future as an actor. Our brains aren't designed to enjoy suffering. Seriously, if our ancestors believed the harder, the better, they would have tried outrunning tigers instead of climbing trees to escape. The human brain prioritizes comfort and energy conservation because, in the hunter-gatherer days, every calorie counted. Even today, you unconsciously choose the elevator over the stairs, instant noodles over cooking, and Netflix over reading. So, how do you develop discipline without feeling like you're torturing yourself? 1. Play the game the way your brain wants. If your brain craves ease, why not use that to your advantage? Think about the things you naturally enjoy without anyone forcing you. Have you ever been so hooked on a TV show that you binge-watched all night? Or played a game for hours, forgetting to eat? The brain loves rewards. If you attach good habits to enjoyable experiences, you won't need sheer willpower to force yourself through them. For example, love music? Only allow yourself to play your favorite playlist when working out or cleaning. This links a necessary task with a pleasurable experience. Enjoy gaming? Turn work into a game by setting challenges for yourself. Addicted to TikTok? Set a rule. You can only scroll after reading for 30 minutes. By doing this, instead of forcing yourself through boring tasks, you make them more appealing. 2. Don't just tough it out. Here's a truth most people won't tell you. Discipline isn't about blindly forcing yourself to do hard things. It's about finding ways to make hard things easier. Imagine you want to work out, but you absolutely hate the gym. The typical advice is, just suck it up and go, don't be lazy. But why make yourself miserable? Instead, try this. Make it enjoyable. Buy a pair of workout shoes you love. Play your favorite music while exercising. Train with a friend to stay motivated. Start ridiculously small. Instead of forcing yourself to run 3 miles, start with a 10-minute walk each day. Once it becomes a habit, you'll naturally want to do more. Attach discipline to something you love. Love watching movies? Only allow yourself to watch while cycling on a stationary bike. See? Discipline isn't about suppressing your emotions. It's about steering them in a direction that benefits you. 3. Stop torturing yourself. Picture this. You're a creative person. You love writing, coming up with wild ideas, and imagining new worlds. But society tells you that tech is the future, so you push yourself to learn programming. The problem? Every time you stare at a screen full of code, it feels like staring into a meaningless matrix. You try to persist, but every line of code is a painful struggle. Meanwhile, your classmates are thriving. They're excited, passionate, and happily coding late into the night. This isn't because you lack discipline, it's because you're playing the wrong game. Discipline isn't about forcing yourself to do things you hate. It's a tool to help you stay committed to the right things. A track athlete doesn't need to master advanced calculus to succeed. A musician doesn't need to be a great coder to become legendary. The key is using discipline wisely in the right field. 4. Leverage your natural strengths. Have you ever seen someone so good at something that you thought they were born for this? In reality, it's rarely about talent. They just love doing it, so they do it more than you, which makes them better than you. For example, someone who's naturally charismatic will excel in sales or as a public speaker rather than struggling through data analysis. Someone who genuinely enjoys math will thrive in programming more than someone who's only in it for the paycheck. Someone who loves socializing will find teamwork effortless, while an introvert may prefer working independently. The bottom line? When you choose a path that aligns with your strengths, discipline becomes much easier. Discipline isn't about suffering through things you despise, it's about finding ways to enjoy what you need to do. When you attach discipline to rewards, turn good habits into games, and choose work that aligns with your abilities, discipline stops feeling like a burden. Instead of trying to compete with people who excel in fields that don't suit you, find your own fertile ground, where you can grow and succeed without constantly forcing yourself. Imagine you're a fish, not a shark, not a dolphin, just a small but ambitious fish. Instead of swimming freely, you decide to learn how to climb trees. Why? Because everyone says that tree climbers have bright futures. So you spend day after day desperately clinging to the trunk, making tiny jumps. But no matter how hard you try, you never get very far. Then you look over and see the monkeys. They're climbing effortlessly, having fun, and making it look easy. You feel frustrated. Why can they do it, but I can't? But the real question is, why did I choose to climb a tree in the first place? We all make this mistake. We see others succeed in a certain field and think we should follow the same path. But the truth is, everyone has different strengths, and if you choose the right path, work stops feeling like a battle and starts feeling like a natural journey. And 5. Choose the right playing field. Let's make this more relatable. Have you ever met a salesperson so good that you walked into a store just to buy a pair of socks but somehow left with an entire winter collection? These people have a special gift. They love talking, connecting with others, and making things sound irresistible. But if you're an introvert who prefers reading books alone rather than chatting with strangers, forcing yourself into a sales job is like trying to make a cat. Go for a swim. On the other hand, if you enjoy analyzing information and thinking strategically, you might thrive in fields like finance, research, or technology. You don't have to step out of your comfort zone in a way that makes you miserable. Rather, you should expand it in a direction that aligns with your strengths. The key here is, don't try to be great at everything. Just focus on being great at the right thing.